Hey guys, my name is Cody and this is the Wandering Beast channel. We are continuing on down the Being Prepared series, and this is part of the food series in there. We talked about homesteading, some of the reasons, the pros, the cons, why I'm not doing it. It's great if you guys are striving for that. I think it's amazing. It's just not for me. Now the next best thing for long-term food storage preparation is going to be freeze drying. Freeze drying just has the capacity to get up to that 25-year shelf life. And, you know, full disclaimer, I used to sell Thrive. There's lots of other companies out there. I don't currently sell it anymore, but you're going to see a lot of Thrive stuff. Go back in my channels. I have lots of Thrive videos, and I'm going to try to strive not to replicate and duplicate and regurgitate all those videos that I've done before. But just a quick reason why I chose Thrive. It's individual ingredients. I liked their ingredients and I liked what they had, their prices. You know, that was sweet corn that I just showed you there. Sweet corn used to be one that I would actually show people and let them taste, because when you have sweet corn like this, it's like candy. Freeze-dried companies have the advantage. When things are in season, when things are ripe and they get that, they can freeze dry it and store it for a long time. I'm not trying to buy strawberries in December. Who knows where they're coming from, Costa Rica, right? When the sweet corn is in season and it's ready and they get it and they process it and they put it in the cans, it's the best that it possibly can be. And I think that's where they can really shine. Now, I like the individual ingredients for a couple different reasons. I like cooking with them on a regular basis. I try to. Now, admittedly, I've been slacking on some of this. This was at a family member's house and I just forgot that I had a bunch of these open. So this is kind of where we're going with, let's try these and see if they're still good. We'll get to that in a second. But I like the individual ingredients because I don't necessarily want to store 240 cans of chili mac and cheese or stroganoff or whatever. I encourage you guys to go find a company that is in your price range, that maybe fits your morals or whatever you want to look at, and get their little sample pack and try them. There were a lot of companies I didn't like. I didn't like the food, the flavor. It's not anything I wanted to be trying to eat. Now, is it better than nothing? You know, when the nuclear bomb goes off and you're hiding in your concrete bunker 25 years from now? Sure. Is it enjoyable? No. I like being able to cook with the individual ingredients. And so what I was doing is I was taking that and I was turning it into my own mountain house meals, basically. I was taking all the individual ingredients and I was using it for individual meals. And we're going to take a look at that as well, because some of these meals I've had in my bug out bag that I've since pulled out, and we're going to look at those and try them and taste them in this series. So, do you recommend opening this in 2014 and then eating it? No. 25-year shelf life is when you don't open it. When you open this, most of these say within a year or 18 months. Vegetables are probably 18 months. Any sort of dairy or meat are probably a little bit less. Yeah, we are going to be trying a few things. And I will let you know and follow up and see if I get sick. But first impression is I have been cooking with these open cans for a couple weeks now. So I know the vegetables are fine. I have been doing long, slow cooked meals. I did some pork shoulder and I threw in peppers and carrots and corns and peas. I'm trying to remember back when I opened these before. The peas look very similar. I'll put in some shots here, but the peas are kind of a grayish color. They're not very vibrant, which I remember expecting that. The corn, however, I remember being a brighter yellow color. This is kind of a faded color. I'll let you know, it's almost kind of a stale cardboard. Not bad, sour, or rotten flavor. And again, I've been eating this. I know it's fine. I'm sure it's lacking a lot of its nutrition. It's definitely lacking some of its flavor. I certainly wouldn't give this right now to a customer and say, try Thrive Food, because it's got that cardboard aftertaste. But when I mix it with other things, I put it in soups, I slow cooked it with some meat, it's fine. It's totally fine. And I can attest to that because I did that several weeks ago. And even last week I did another batch. So I know that it's good. However, some of my bug out bags, I made some breakfast with some eggs, sausage, crumbles, things of that nature. So let's spin the camera around. I'll give you a little bit of close up and then we're going to talk about it. All right. Now, anytime you open any of your freeze-dried food, I highly recommend you label them. I did say peas on this. This is 113. This is October 14. There is a spot on the side label, but it's quite small. So when I'm pulling these out of cupboards, then I can easily tell that I've had these open. Anything with writing has been open. Anything without writing is not. It's pretty easy that way. Again, here's some close-up shots of the peas. Now, the biggest surprise being stored this long, being open, and maybe not a surprise because I do live in a semi-arid environment, I don't even hear that, but they are absolutely just super dry. I did have a thing of strawberries, and they were kind of clumped together. However, the strawberries, they just got turned into jam. So I did that before I actually shot this video, so I didn't get a chance to do that. There's been some yogurt pieces that I've also sampled and I know are still good, but very surprising being this many years open that they are not soggy or completely rotten. Yes, they've lost some flavor. Yes, they probably are not nutritionally viable as much as they would have been. They probably lost a lot of that. I may just continue, using this as is, or I may just feed it to my chickens and get some beautiful eggs. All right, guys, now we're looking at some of the meals that I've made for bugging out. These are camping meals, hiking meals, backpacking meals. A lot of them came out of the bug out bag. They are probably around 2013, 14. In fact, I can see 14 on some of the labels right there. I was going to say most of them should be labeled with the date on them. However, the very first one that I'm coming to does not. I do happen to know that this is pomegranate yogurt kernels. And again, very dry, has not absorbed any moisture. It's going to be around the same date, same year. And these have just been in a Ziploc bag. They're not vacuum sealed. There's no oxygen absorbers. So this is kind of a testament to how things can stay. Now, saying that, again, repeating it, I don't advise eating this stuff once it's been open that long. Just because they don't advise that. That video of making yogurt is kind of a cool one. I'll put a card up there somewhere. But I wanted to see if I could make yogurt using this as a culture, if the bacteria was still viable, and it turned out it was. So that was kind of a cool video. Some cup of soups. These are quick, easy, especially if you're cold. Adds a little bit of hydration, salts, things of that nature. You can always add that to other meals. But for some of the meals that I actually made, again, I really should have labeled what they were. I just happen to have a good memory. This is some spinach, some normal cheese, some egg powders, and some sausage crumbles. And these are my breakfasts. And again, 2014, we're going to take these out to the woods and give them a shot. Here's some curry rice with chicken and beans. I'm a bit worried about the chicken. But again, if I open this up, no weird smells. The chicken remains very powdery and dry. So we're going to find out if these are actually viable. There's some more of the sausage crumbles and egg mix. In fact, I think that's what most of these are some sort of, here's some more breakfast ones. This is milk powder with some 9-grain and I believe cherries of some kind with some brown sugar is in there as well. Kind of an oatmeal and a few bigger ones. This is mostly all rice meals. There's some instant oatmeal in there. I'll have to check the date on there. Out of the bug out bag, I've got some Bannock mix. Some cornmeal. Again, these are a bit haggard because they've been bouncing around in my bug out bag. Probably should use a little higher quality Ziploc on that one. That's just rice and beans. That's back when I used to separate them. That's the same meal, so I think these are a little bit older and they're not dated. But I just cook the rice and beans a little bit longer and then throw in the chicken with the vegetables. And I think at some point I just started doing them all in the same packet. Right there is actually, it's got the lime packet. You can buy powdered lime, which adds a nice little kick. There's a few more separated cereal. Add half cup water. I did put instructions. So these are from 2012. Some breakfast cereals. Again, those kind of have to get cooked. This is a stew mix. So this has powdered mashed potatoes. It has some gravy powder and some vegetables and some beef, and it makes a nice little stew along with some potato kernels. Looks like there's another one. Again, Ziplocs, maybe not the greatest. I've got instructions on there. You can't read them out of the Ziploc bags. Some of them are still there. 2 cups of curry rice, add 2 cups of water, and 1 3/4 cup of the mix. So lots of food and lots of ability to carry food that's very lightweight. Now here's some more Bannock mix. Again, maybe use proper labels. Lesson learned on that. Thanks for all the love and support. You guys are amazing. Please like, share, and subscribe. Follow the adventure on social media, and we'll see you on the road.